Hello everyone to a new YouTube video here on my channel. Today I have a Bant Midrange deck, and I saw this list was played by Kai Nipping, aka Solaris on Twitch. He's a German streamer, friend of mine, co-podcast dude in a German podcast we do together, and I was really impressed by the deck, the way it looked. I did do small changes, but all in all, it's basically a Celestia midrange with Trawler and blue for access to counter spells in the sideboard, and I really like it. So there are many interactions in this deck that are really cool, like Vivien and Skyclave Apparition is really good. But I'll just go over the deck shortly, and then we're gonna talk what the strength of this deck in general is. So there is no one drop. So we go right to the 2-drops here. We have Glass Casket for the removal, 2 mana. We can remove or exile a creature that has CMC 3 or less, which is really nice. Lotus Cobra, 2 mana, 2/1. It's been a while since you see Lotus Cobra, but it's nice in a deck like this. And whenever land enters the battlefield under your control, you add 1 mana of any color. And besides that, it's a 2/1. That's still fine. Then we have Scavenging Ooze, 2 mana, 2/2. This card is just really good right now. I always want to have 2 in my main when I play green mid-rangey decks. 2 mana, 2/2. Exile target card from graveyard. If it was a creature, put the +1/+1 counter on Scavenging Ooze and you gain 1 life. That's all it does. On the 3 slot, we have 2 Banishing Lights. There's not a lot of enchantment removal, so this is kinda an interesting card. When Banishing Light enters the battlefield, exile target non-land permanent an opponent controls until Banishing Light leaves the battlefield. It's a really versatile card. It works for artifact, it works for enchantment, for creature, for planeswalkers. So I think it's really interesting to see this card in this list, and I kinda like it. Then Skyclave Apparition, one of my favorite cards from the new sets, 3 mana, 2/2. When it comes to the battlefield, we exile a non-land, non-token permanent with CMC 4 or less. When Skyclave Apparition dies, the owner of that permanent gets a token which has power and toughness to the same amount of CMC which is exiled. A really strong card, and it goes super well with Vivien, and I'm going to talk about this later. We have two Cultivate here, 3 mana. We can search the library for 2 basic lands, put 1 in tapped and 1 on a hand. This is just really nice to ramp to our bigger spells here, and that's about it. Then Visionary, also a ramp card, 3 mana, 2/2. When it comes to the battlefield, we draw a card, and it is a mana dog itself. So this is a really flexible card. Again, we just want to ramp into especially the 5 mana tier here. Yeah. So here, 4 mana tier, Felidar Retreat, 4 mana, landfall. When a land enters the battlefield, we can choose 1. So we can create a 2/2 beast token. Really nice. Or we put the 1/1 counter on each creature, and those creatures get vigilance until the end of the turn. And that vigilance is so incredible strong, and yeah, you're gonna see it later. Then 2 Questing Beasts. I don't think Questing Beast is the best card right now, but 4 mana for 4 with vigilance, death touch, haste, and can be blocked by creature with 2 or less. Combat damage can be prevented, and all those things. And when you do damage to the face, we also do the planeswalkers. Just so many things going on. Good card in general. Not sure if it's correct in the meta, but I liked it. We also have 3 Elspeth's Conqueror's Death. This card is so strong with many cards here. What I like about Elspeth's Conqueror's Death, if we curve out well, we have pressure on the board with a backup. This is so incredibly strong. 5 mana, exiled permanent. Opponent controls with converted mana cost 3 or greater. The second is non-creature spells your opponent costs 2 more. So basically it's a tax. And then 3, we can return a creature or planeswalker from our graveyard, give it 1 loyalty or 1 +1/+1 counter. So we have many cards here, and Elspeth's Conqueror's Death works usually really well with Dream Trawler, 6 mana, 3/5, flying lifelink. When we draw a card, this card gets +1/+0. When we attack, we draw a card, and we can discard a card and give something hexproof. So we can actually discard cards to ECD if there's nothing left. So this is really nice. Then also a 5 mana drop, Elder Gargaroth. Just this card is so strong. 5 mana, 6/6, vigilance, reach, trample. When it attacks or blocks, we can choose one of the following things. Create a 3/3 green beast creature token. You gain 3 life or draw a card. So this card is just 5 mana, 6/6, really powerful. Then we have Vivien, Monster's Advocate. 5 mana, 3 loyalty. This is absolutely my favorite planeswalker right now. And we can look at the top card of our deck. If it's a creature, we can play it. We can +1 create a 3/3 elk. Not elk. Beast with vigilance, reach, or trample. And now the -2. We can -2, and when we cast our next creature, we can search a creature with less CMC than the creature cost we cast next from our library and put it in the game. So we play expensive creatures like Gargaroth, Questing Beast, Trawler, right? So if we actually do this and get a Skyclave Apparition, it's so nice. So -2 is basically Absorber removal, which I really, really like about this deck. So Vivien is overall a strong card. For the lands, we have some Emeria's Call and some Turntimber Symbiosis also in the deck. And I added one Ugin. This is the card I'm maybe going to remove again, but I like it with Cultivate, Llanowar Visionaries, and Lotus Cobra to have just this powerful card in the deck. And the mana base looks like this. So this is the main deck. Really cool deck. Yeah, let's go to sideboard. I have 4 Chainweb Arachneer just to have the rogue matchup a bit better. I think it's a really good card. That's basically it. That's why it's there. It does damage when to a flying creature that enters the battlefield. M has the escape clause for 5, which is really important to thin your graveyard. We have an additional Glass Casket, many creature decks around. 3 negates, mainly against control decks. Then 2 Mystical Disputes, control decks and rogues, also really nice there. 2 Shatter the Sky, sometimes it's really good on the draw against aggressive decks, because we are not the fastest, as we can see. If we manage to get a good board state with Elder Gargaroth, it's fine, but before that, we actually like to Shatter. Occam Adversary card, that's really good against green. Death Touch, when it does damage to the player, we can draw a card. Costs 2 less if opponent has a green permanent, so this is really good in this and against those decks. And 1 Hell's Intervention if we face some decks with lots of artifacts or enchantments, like Doom Foretold. But this is the deck. I won all the games, you're gonna see them, and I had a ton of fun. And I would like you to check it out. If you like this type of deck, feel free to give me a like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and yeah, give me a comment. So see you all next time, and watch the games, guys. Bruni, one of my viewers, probably playing Rakdos or Rogues, his type of style. Bruni. Okay, so this is an interesting hand. I think I'm gonna keep this. Not happy with it, but yeah. I think it is a keep. Could be Mono G. So I don't have a turn 4, which is a bit annoying. I need to use my apparition really good. Kick rule. That's an awkward hand, not gonna lie, a really awkward hand. There could be a Bone Crusher, but there should have been a faster stop, so there's no Bone Crusher, which is good to know. Those decks usually do not have flash threats, so we can attack here. And having ECD and Vivien next turn is really good. Like, really, really good. This is fine. We have to ECD, I think, mainly because of the Great Henge. So we should ECD there. I will take a blue, so I have access to Trawler as well. Not too happy. There could still be Embercleave here, which is dangerous. Gruul is a really strong deck right now. Yep. How do we do this? Probably have to find a draw here. Not really good. Also, my Apparition doesn't hit anything. So the way I get out of this is finding a Glass Casket, but I don't find anything. So I would take 6 damage. If they have a Primal Might, they win. This is just showing how strong Embercleave is. Really powerful card. Yep. Embercleave for the win. Okay. It's pretty simple. There are easy choices here. Okay. I mean, on the play maybe. It's okay. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. It's too slow. So the way we win this is grinding, right? Felidar Retreat could have been fine. But I think the way we just win this is the creatures we play are they tend to be better than opponents' creatures. But then again, an Embercleave can change everything. We don't have access to Embercleave. I was thinking of playing Negate just for that reason, but it's awkward to have it. So okay, maybe the Shadow should be only on the draw. Okay, tapped land. I mean, this one is fine. The double shot is a bit heavy. Okay. What? That's crazy. 3 Lovestruck Beast. It's impressive. We need to find a land though. Skyclave Apparition on the Hellhound is these because it's a 1-1. It only becomes a 1-1. Here we can at least block. Sure, Shadow is not optimal now, but we have to play something. And now we have to deal with Lovestruck Beast. Okay, that's fine. Could be worse. Taking the damage here. Hoping for a land draw, obviously. Not the land draw we were wishing for. 5th land we take. Yeah, I have to take the damage here. I'm not happy about it. Missing lands is always really sad. Wow, another giant. So we play Shatter. They draw a card. What should I do? It's not perfect. That is a good draw. It's definitely a good draw. I am scared of Embercleave. I know they get to draw cards here, but I don't know. At this point, everything I do is bad. It's a pretty good draw. I need to top deck a land here, really bad. Not happy about the Adult Innkeeper there. Not happy about that. I mean, at least we get rid of Vivien. In our graveyard is a Skyclave Apparition, which deals with the next which deals with Eddie. So you probably just go Lovestruck Beast here. Everything keep is pretty good. Also pretty good. Okay. It's interesting. If they have a 1-1, they have Embercleave. But they played a lot of Lovestruck Beasts already. So from here, I maybe can have a small comeback, especially if the Vivien there. And maybe Trawler brings this home. So if I trade all my creature, I will Shadow next turn. Which is probably the thing I have to do. We have Vivien, that's a huge advantage. I can also minus on the Troll and get a Gargaroth out. Which is also pretty good. This has to be Embercleave, right? This has to be the Embercleaver. Yep. Okay. Skyclave Apparition probably. And an attack. I could have played the Trawler here, but the 6/6 feels better, especially with Trample. Vivien's Skyclave Apparition is so good. It's really, really powerful. And at this point, it's hard. It's hard for them to win. It's not easy. Especially, I can get another Skyclave Apparition. Vivien plus this card. Beautiful. Okay, so we went to 1-1. I think it's still correct. I really do like creature-based deck, and I think the white cards are way better now. So Skyclave plus Vivien feels really, really strong. So fun as well. So maybe Celestian decks are nice. I mean, here we have blue, additionally, mainly for counter and Trawler. Trawler is, I think, a really good card game 1 in many decks. This deck, I want to see the rogue matchups. I didn't find the rogue matchup yet. Maybe find it later on. Could be good. Okay. But yeah, Gruul overall really strong. There were many Lovestruck Beasts I had to deal with, which was no fun. At least we had the Shatters. They helped us a lot. Okay, so now they start, which is really bad. Okay, I'm gonna keep this. To start with the temple here. I like having Ooze and Visionary, but the problem with Ooze is it dies to Bone Crusher. But this ramps, which is nice. So turn 4 for us, Gargaroth is good. If they have a slow start, it's really good. We have the amount of lands we read right now, so if we see a land, we're gonna bottom it. Okay, that's a good turn for them. We will take damage here. What happened? I don't know why there was an oops. But yeah, I go for this. Ah, they played the wrong land. I see. It's a decent one. I will not block anyways, right? So just let it go. Brushfire. It's good. It's a good card. It's a lot of damage here. It's interesting. I need to make sure I don't get Ambercleaved, right? Yeah. Gargaroth has to bring this game home. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. I hope there's no passage and I go down to 5. It'd be really painful. Now the Brushfire. And all the land is crazy. Wow, it's impressive. It's actually impressive. So going for... The only way to win is with Gargaroth, right? Why is there stop? This is really strange. So they didn't want it to commit. They didn't want it to commit into Shadow, I guess. So this Gargaroth has to win the game now. It's a pretty good card. So the card I'm losing to is Ambercleave, right? Yeah. Going white here seems okay. Because then I have threat lethal on my side. Even with Embercleave, if I smart block here, I should survive, right? Okay, that's a problem. I will throw everything in front of the Hound and Elemental here, obviously. That was pretty good. Well, at least I get rid of it. Five land, Embercleave, double block. Should be okay. Should have attacked first to get the land there. But I think I managed to get somewhat of a good board state. Was a good game. Was a good game. Good job, Rooney. Good job. Let's go to the next one. We have to mull. Well, it's not an optimal start right here with this hand, I would say. It's pretty expensive. Way better. Way better. I'm glad we have the apparition here. Green. Okay. Greeny. Wait, what? Oh, is it a food deck? That's pretty cool. Could be the food deck. I like the apparition here against this, but I would rather use it against the trail. That is for sure. So, Ooze is really good against that troll, right? They don't have a removal for this, and the card they play is a wolf, which costs a bit more as well. But I'm convinced it's not good to play Ooze right now. I think I have to do it like this. Okay, Mammoth is strong. Pretty strong. But I have to deal with that trails there. If they have a wolf, they have a wolf. This is just way more important. They have 3 cards left on their hand, right? I can imagine that they play wolf next turn. So I take 5 damage. It's huge. It's huge. It's not good. But if they have a hand here, it's even worse. Okay. Green. So next time we can play our hand usually. So having double Lotus Cobra I think pretty good. They don't have a hench, we know that. Even just one Cobra is good enough. I think I have to start blocking here. But I think 5 more is fine. This is the last time I can eat this. They don't have Embercleave. So I could see a troll here. Gargaroth, wow. Didn't expect the Gargaroth, to be honest. I want to keep my Gargaroth to minus here. Or it's a pretty good turn as well. I don't mind blocking the Gargaroth with like 3 creatures here. I really don't mind. But then again, it kind of sucks. I'd rather use ECD next turn, I guess. If they go on Vivien though, I have to think about it. That's pretty good. So now I'm forced to block the Gargaroth here. Pretty much forced. Blocking the Gargaroth and then ECDing the hench. And I was hoping like really big time that there was no wolf here. Obviously. I can still deal with Gargaroth. Which is okay. I need to block with everything I have Gargaroth here. So bad. So bad though. What is the best case scenario for me? Blocking with those 3. They get a 2-2. Kinda wanna keep the Ooze. I need to deal with hench. Glad I didn't attack with the 5-5 here. Okay. So it's a really interesting situation. The hench can be a problem. If they hit a creature, the hench is a huge problem. I can minus next turn, getting a Skyclave in. So I just have to let this go through. Okay. It's not even too bad if I lose the Vivien here. But it's every choice here is really close. That is for sure. We also have an Apparition in the graveyard. Even losing Vivien is not too bad. But I really would like to minus on Vivien. And getting an Apparition in. I think that's the best play. It's so important to get rid of that Ross. Like super important. Okay, sure. So Vivien could actually die here. It's a point where I do not want to lose the Ooze, to be honest. They could also just go face. Follow while doing this is always funny. Okay. We lose Vivien here. I'm cool with that. Troll King is heavy. That's a heavy one. Okay. Especially because of the trample. Okay, so I'm probably gonna block the Troll King with the Gargaroth and then use the Ooze when they wanna get it back. So I need to dodge a wolf and my Ooze needs to survive. That's fine. I don't mind losing the Gargaroth here. They have one card left. Okay. It's a tricky one. Probably need to find an answer here. It's decent, but not good enough. They miss food. They need to sacrifice something here, but they cannot react on it, so that's pretty good. It was a really important turn. Well, can they maybe they can react to it. Not even sure. I still could remove something, so that's okay. Okay, so yeah, they could react to it. Probably the Gargaroth, huh? One, two, three, 4, 5. It's too good to not do it. Definitely going in with the Questing Beast here. Just being able to get 2 cards from the graveyard is good enough for me. Also, Questing Beast blocks the troll really good. Another big creature. Troll King. Pretty strong. Wicked Wolf, annoying. Annoying. I think they should attack with Wicked Wolf and Troll King. I will take the damage here. Will take the damage. Okay, get rid of this. Not too happy about it. Okay. It's not good enough. So their turn. They attack with the Troll King and the Wolf. Okay. Still having 3 on the Ooze is really important here. I will just jump block the Wicked Wolf with the Visionary here. Because if they attack with the Wicked Wolf, I think it's okay for me to attack with Gargaroth. And if I find a land here with this, I can put the creature so this becomes an 8/8. Opponent knows that I'm forced to block. Ooze, please. Let's go. Ooze is giving me a life here for sure. This is also where I attack next turn. Or most likely attack next turn. Okay, so this is 7/7 Ooze. It's hard to go through it because they also have a lot of food. That was pretty important. Because now I have an 8/8 Gargaroth. That was what we call a top deck. I could make a token here, but I think I'm still alive. They have to jump with the goose, maybe, or use food. You're gonna use definitely another food here. Having an 11/11 here is really good because the Wicked Wolf now is not that dangerous anymore. But I have to say, the top deck there was real. The top deck of our Fabled Passage there was beautiful. So an 11/11 and an 8/8 here is really good. Sure. Pass. Having the Gargaroth here is so important because they cannot attack. Which is really good, yeah. So we grinded this out. This was a huge grind though. Huge grind. Okay. Intervention is a good card. This is a really good card. Congress Death is really good. Dream Trawler is fine. I go down though. I don't like Ugin in this matchup. Yeah, I think that's about it. Should I cut one more Trawler? They don't have a lot of reach cards though. I'm gonna cut the Questing Beast. Questing Beast seems odd. I could also go with a Shatter. But Shatter seems so... I don't like Shatter in general against the Wicked Wolf. Where the other cards are way better. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. Okay. I really like this deck. I think the blue is actually important, even though it looks like a Celestial midrange deck. But the blue feels kind of important. To have the access to counters in certain matchups is really important. But Vivien is by far my favorite Planeswalker right now. That card is bonkers. Absolute bonkers. Love it. Love it. Well, I keep it. I'm not happy, but okay. Double Scry on the draw is fine. Especially if turn 2, turn 3 potential. It's good. Hell's Intervention here is definitely something we want. Yep, that's good. Yep, that's good as well. So we can play this into Cobra. They have their own Cobra. Interesting that they play Cobra. Okay. Probably just going for Skyclave Apparition right now. Especially if they drop a wolf. Yeah. Need to get rid of the wolf here. Do not like the wolf. I mean, I'm not happy to do it, but I think it's correct. The moment the wolf gets food, it's really, really hard. 5 mana. So they cannot play the troll yet. Which is the hardest part. They have another wolf. Well, it's looking not good right now. Because they get a 4/4. So I have 2 creatures here. I could play Ooze, get a creature. Can block this. Play Gargaroth next turn. Can play Visionary. Jump, man. So I think it's actually Ooze and top it. Just hope they do not have another one, to be honest. If they have another wolf here, at least it trades now, but not too happy with this. We have still 17 life, so that's okay. But yeah, Gargaroth is a card we want to get down ASAP now. Ram through. Pretty good. Pretty good. Trails, okay, sure. So I have to go Gargaroth, and then from there, Hellish Intervention. But it's the only shot I have. And one has to bring it home, Gargaroth. You have to bring it home again. They have some strong creature on the board, so I cannot just attack, which is, yeah, it's kind of a problem. Let's see what's going on. Mammoth is pretty strong as well. I don't think they attack here. So I can play this, play a land. Okay. Oh, I just realized I messed up. Oh no, it's fine. I thought I messed up here. Oh my god. Glad I didn't. I will not block here, attack here, because the block is way more important. Because they can double block my Gargaroth here. Okay, sure. Makes sense. We get Wolf with food is really, really strong as well. And Ooze, good card. But it's so important that we have Gargaroth here. is also a really good card. So, the way it is right now, we just have to make sure we go as far as possible with our board, maybe with Vivien, and then hit our Skyclave. Ooze is annoying. How many creatures do we have? 2. So that becomes a 4/4. We need to deal with this at one point, definitely. Well, if they attack, I have to do blocks. I hope actually they attack here. They could think of it to make Ooze bigger, right? It's a logical thing to think, especially if they have a certain hand here. Get Mammoth. They go white. No attack. And we also do nothing. This is, right now this is life gain only. So they start to get a bigger Ooze. But our adversary is a good block here. I can imagine them attacking, but this one kind of keeps Ooze in check right now. I hope they don't top deck. That's all I hope. What could we draw? Don't think they attack. Okay, it's fine. That's a draw. It's another Gargaroth. So we're not gonna start attacking with Gargaroth. As long as I have Gargaroth, they cannot really attack, right? Which is really good. So fighting ECD/Trawler is probably the best card. Vivien is also really good. Vivien into Skyclaves. But having double Gargaroth is super good. Because they cannot attack here. There's no way they attack. So the maximum is a 4/4 on the Ooze. I mean, you can get rid of my cards in my graveyard. That's totally fine. It's a pretty good draw. They're at the point where if they don't attack, this is over. This is literally over. Like, this is the mid-range power of Bant here. You have Elder Gargaroth and Trawler. Like, if I attack, I draw like a million. Well, that's perfect. Wow. It's pretty funny. Ooh, that's good as well. I honestly think this is the better thing to do here. Yo. Trawler and Elder Gargaroth, and you are mono green. It's really, really bad. Like, if you see this board state, every creature is so tough to deal with. And this is what this deck does, right? Hopefully you enjoyed those games. We're gonna talk about the deck a little bit in the outro, and see you next time. Okay, so we finished the games with Bant Midrange here, and I have to say, this deck is the max level midrange I ever played. There's so many synergies in the deck. I really like them. I would do some changes now. I probably want to cut the Ugin again. I thought it's nice with if Cobra and Cultivate for certain times, but maybe I can keep it there. Overall, I like it. I would like to have more experience with rogues. So if you guys are gonna play this deck and play against rogues, please let me know how it went, and if you would change something. So definitely write this down in the comment, or write me in PM in Discord. You can check out my Discord. It's a huge Discord, like 700 people. I'm also on Twitch usually, DanyTLaw on Twitch. Also part of Fate to Karma, the same team as Crookies, Andre, and many other big streamers. So yeah, feel free to check me out. I had a lot of fun. See you next time.